Very good morning, students. Today we will be continuing the question exercise 2.3, yesterday's class. Next we will continue the next question. Seventh question. Find all the pairs of odd consecutive natural numbers, both of which are larger than 10 and their sum is less than 40. Now he is talking about pairs. Pairs in the sense two numbers, odd consecutive numbers. Let the two consecutive odd natural numbers be x comma x plus 2. So if he is asking even consecutive natural numbers also, we have to use x plus 2. But if he is not mentioning this and if he is mentioning only consecutive natural numbers, in that case write x plus 1. Now first sentence, what is saying? Their sum is greater than less than 40. Means x plus 2 is less than 40. So if I add up this, it will become 2x plus 2 is less than 40. So if I transpose plus 2, it will become 2x is less than 38, x is less than 19. So in the question, he is clearly mentioning that both of which are larger than 10. Means in this case, we can see that both of which are larger than 10. Means whatever the numbers that are there, which we have assumed it as x and x plus 2, they are larger than 10. Means according to the question, we can say that according to question, whatever the two values are there, they are larger than 10. And now condition we got it as x less than 19. So we have to take the numbers which are greater than 10 and less than 19. So what are the possible numbers here? So we have x is 11, 12, 13, 14 up to 18 numbers we have. But in this question is clearly mentioning the odd natural numbers. So we have to take only the odd numbers. That is 11, 13, 15, 17. So these are the four natural numbers. So what are the possible pairs we are going to get here? So we need to substitute in place of x and x plus 2. So what is the first pair? 11 comma 11 plus 2 is 13. Next 13 comma 13 plus 2 is 15. 15 comma 17 and 17 comma 19. So these are the four consecutive pairs which we are going to obtain. Let us see the next question, students. A model rocket is launched from the ground. The height, it is going to reach the height h after t seconds. From liftoff is given by a function h of t is equals to minus 5t square plus 100t. So the t value ranges from 0 to 20. 0 and 20 are included. Why? Because equal to is there. At what time it reaches the 495 feet from the ground? What is the given function here? H of t is equals to minus 5t plus 100t. Minus 5t square plus 100t. So the value of the range 0 less than t less than or equals to 20. Means it can take right from 0 to 20 values it can take. In that 20 values, after substituting, at which value we are going to get 495 feet, that will be our answer. Now, if t is equals to 0, that is h of 0. So minus 5 into 0 plus 100 into 0, which is 0. Next, h of 1. h of 1 means minus 5 into 1 square plus 100 into 1. So minus 5 plus 100, it will be 95. So h of 2 minus 5 into 2 square plus 100 into 2. So 100 into 2 is 200. 2 square 4. 5 is 20. 200 minus 20 will be 180. Next, we will do h of 3. We have to keep on doing until we get the answer as 495 feet. So minus 5 into 3 square plus 100 into 3. So 300 minus 3 square, 9 5 is 45. 300 minus 45 will be 255. So h of 4, which is minus 5 into 4 square plus 100 into 4. So 400 minus 80. 400 minus 80 is 320. Next, h of 5. Let us do h of 5. So if I substitute h of 5, it will be minus 5 into 5 square plus 100 into 5. So 5 square 25, 5 is 125 minus 125 plus 500. So it is 400, 375. So h of 6, if we substitute minus 5 into 6 square plus 100 into 6. So 600 here 6 square 36 into 5. 18, 180. So minus 180 plus 600. So we are going to get 620. 620. Sorry. 420. So if we are going to substitute h of 7 here, h of 7, then minus 5 into 7 square plus 100 into 7. So minus 5 into 7 square is 49 plus 700. So 5 9 is 45, 5 4 is 20, 24, minus 245 plus 700. So it will be 5, 4 minus 1, 3, so 245, so 9 minus 4, 5, 10 minus 5, and here 6 minus 2, 4, 455. Let us take h of 8, that is minus 5 into 8 square plus 100 into 8. So 8 square 64 into 5. So 64 into 5, 5 4 is 20, 5 6 is 30, 30, 320. So minus 320 plus 800. So from 800 if we remove 300, it will be 500. So it is 480. 480. H of 9 minus 5 into 9 square plus 100 into 9. So if you simplify this, we will get 495. So after 9 seconds, the kite is going to touch in height feet of 495 feet. Next topic, students, we will see quadratic functions. So what is a quadratic function? So first we already know that what is the quadratic equation. So an equation in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0, that we are going to call it as a quadratic equation. So since he is talking about a function, let f of x be a function whose is going to represent it as ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0, or it may be inequalities. If you are talking about quadratic inequalities, then it will be greater than or less than. Now in this case, he is talking only about the quadratic functions. So ax square plus bx plus c. So this, if we are going to do factorization, we are going to get the formula as x is equals to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So to find the roots of the quadratic equation, we will be using this formula. So where plus stands for one value, minus also stands for another value. So while we are doing the quadratic equation, as the power indicates 2, so we are going to get the two roots. That two roots we are defining here by plus as well as minus. Now this quadratic equation, sum of the zeros, means whatever the zeros, we are going to call it as zeros. So sum of the zeros or sum of the roots What formula we are going to use? We are going to use it as minus b by a. Minus b by a. What b represents means the coefficient of x, and what a represents the coefficient of x square. So we can remember the formula as minus b by a. Next, product of zeros. Product of zeros formula is c by a. Constant term by the coefficient of x square. That is product of zeros. So these are the three formulas to be remembered. Next. Now he will be giving in the examination point of view, if he is giving two zeros if he is giving, and he is asking us to find a quadratic polynomial. So finding a quadratic polynomial, we can find by using the formula x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. This is the formula to be used. X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. Where we are going to get this alpha beta? The sum of the zeros is there now. We can write it as alpha plus beta. Means, as we have already said that since the degree is 2, we are going to get two zeros. What are those two zeros? We are assuming one is alpha, the other one is beta. So if you are adding the two zeros, then answer will be equal to your minus b by a. And if you are multiplying that two zeros, your answer will be equal to c by a. So this is alpha into beta, which is product of zeros. So if he is giving for us two zeros, alpha and beta, index is asking find a quadratic polynomial, then use this formula. That is x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. Let us try to understand this by taking a question. Suppose, let me take a question, x square minus 7x plus 10. This question, if I am using quadratic formula, a is 1 and b is minus 7, c is 10. Standard quadratic formula is a x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So I am taking this, no need of 0. A value is 1, b value is minus 7 and c value is 10. So what is the formula I have to use? X is equals to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. That is minus b means minus of minus 7 plus or minus root of minus 7 whole square minus 4 into 1 into 10 divided by 2 into 1. That is 7 plus or minus 49 minus 40 by 2. So 49 minus 40 is 9, root 9 value is 3. So we are going to get 7 plus or minus 3 by 2. So here we have two values, that is we can write it as x is equals to 7 plus 3 by 2 or 7 minus 3 by 2. Means I am representing first plus with one value, the other one minus is with another value. So 7 plus 3 is 10 by 2, which is 5. 7 minus 3 is 4 by 2, which is 2. So I got the values 5 and 2. I got the values 5 and 2. Which already I have said for you that it is alpha and beta. This is alpha, this is beta. So what I have said for alpha plus beta, answer will be equals to minus b by a value. Alpha plus beta means your alpha is 5, your beta is 2. It may be alpha, it may be beta, it doesn't matter. So alpha and beta, now add this to 5 plus 2, how much here? 7. Okay, now compare with your formula. What is your minus b? Minus b means b value is minus 7, but is asking minus b. So answer will be plus 7. A value is 1. So 7 by 1, which is 7, it is matching. So alpha plus beta will be always equals to minus b by a. Now, let us compare alpha into beta. Alpha into beta, what is the formula we have learned? C by a is the formula. What is our c by value? 10 by 1. So 10 by 1. Let us compare this. Alpha into beta, multiply this to 5 2s how much? 10. So this is the formula. Okay. Means we are just checking whether this formula is suitable or not. For that reason I have taken an example and I am showing you. So alpha plus beta will be matched to minus b by a formula. Alpha into beta will be c by a. Now, if he is saying that if alpha is x, So if he is saying in this way, if alpha is 5 and beta is 2, form a quadratic polynomial. Form a quadratic polynomial. So in this case, we have a formula that x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. So x square minus, what we got, alpha plus beta answer as 7. So 7x plus alpha into beta value, how much we got? 10. So it will be matched to our question C. So from the zeros, from the roots, we can make the quadratic polynomial. From the quadratic polynomial, we can find the roots also. So they are the formulas which are linked. Now, as we know, the formula of quadratic is minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. This term we will call it as discriminant. There are certain conditions for doing this discriminant. This is denoted by delta. Delta value is b square minus 4ac, where we will not take root into consideration. So delta value is b square minus 4ac. Delta stands for discriminant. Okay. If conditions are that, if delta is equal to 0, means if your delta value is 0, then nature of the roots are real and equal. Roots are real and equal. If delta is less than 0, roots does not exist. Or we can say that imaginary roots. If delta is greater than 0, then roots are real and distinct. Let us continue this exercise 2.4, second question. A quadratic polynomial has 1, 0 as 1 plus root 5. Means you have given alpha is 1 plus root 5. And it satisfies p of 1 is equal to 2. So p of 1 value is 2. So in that case, what we will be doing is, first alpha is 1 plus root 5 now. We don't know the beta value. Let it be as such. So we know the formula for framing a quadratic polynomial. So what is the formula we have? X minus alpha into x minus beta, that is p of x is equals. Previously I have said like this formula, x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. Both are same. If you multiply these two, you are going to get this. So we can remember this or this, no issues. But for framing the quadratic, you have to multiply that. Since here one root is not given, I am using this formula. Both are same. Now, in the question, he is saying that p of 1 is 2. Given, first let me substitute alpha value. So p of x is equals to x minus root 5 into x minus beta. So he has given p of 1 is equals to 2. P of 1 is 2. So if p of 1 is 2, then in place of x we will substitute as 1. So p of 1 is equals to 1 minus root 5 into 1 minus beta. So p of 1 value is 2, 1 minus 1 gets cancelled, root 5 into 1 minus beta. So it is into number minus root 5, it becomes 2 by minus root 5 is equals to 1 minus beta. 1 minus beta. So let me transpose this. So beta is equals to 1 minus 2 by root 5 minus. So minus into minus will become plus. So 1 plus 2 by root 5. I got alpha value, I got beta value. Now I'll represent in the quadratic form. So we know that P of x is equal, so what is the formula here? X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. That is x square minus alpha plus beta. So what is my alpha value? 1 plus root 5. So 1 plus root 5 plus 1 plus 2 by root 5 plus alpha into beta. 1 plus root 5 into 1 plus 2 by root 5. Here we have not written x plus. Why? Because x is an x. Next, let us see the third question. If alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation x square plus root 2x plus 3 is equal to 0, form a quadratic polynomial with the zeros 1 by alpha comma 1 by beta. Given quadratic equation is what? Given quadratic equation QE, that is x square plus root 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay. Now, what will be the sum of the zeros in this? Alpha plus beta, which is minus b by a. So a value is 1 here and b value root 2, c value is 3. So minus b by a means minus root 2 by 1, which is minus root 2. Alpha into beta, formula is c by a, so 3 by 1, which is 3. Why we are doing alpha plus beta? Why we are doing alpha beta? Because we need a quadratic polynomial in this format. So for that reason we require this. Forming a quadratic polynomial. Forming a quadratic polynomial. This can be represented as x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. So let us substitute here alpha, in the sense I have to substitute 1 by alpha, beta 1 by beta. So what it will become? X square minus 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta into x plus 1 by alpha into 1 by beta is equal to 0. Why? Because he is saying that he doesn't want alpha beta, he wants 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. So x square minus LCM of alpha, here it is alpha beta, cross multiplication if we do, it will become beta plus alpha into x plus 1 by alpha into beta is equal to 0. I got alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta answer is how much? Minus root 2. So the answer is x square minus root 2 by alpha beta answer is 3. X plus 1 by alpha beta answer is 3 is equal to 0. So here 3 is the LCM. So the quadratic equation is 3x square plus root 2x plus 1 is equal to 0.